you can watch now the industry called gospel music today, you see that a lot of it is solely for the aggrandizement. It is for the awards. It is for the popularity. And we use gospel as the foundation, gospel music, but we're building all of this carnality on top of it. Who can get an award and who can get the television spot and who's going to be on the televised award show and the like. And that becomes the goal. You go to the award shows now and you platform all of the gospel artists and all the new gospel music, and then you go to the reception afterwards and it's drinking and secular music. They got an open bar, they play nothing but secular music at a gospel award show. So this has become the norm because we've let down the guard. The guardians have let down the standard. And now there's another standard raised where it's all according to what you think is right. And the Bible said there's a way that seemeth right unto a man, but the end of those ways are the ways of death. So that's where we find ourselves. We're singing a great message, but we're not living a great life.
So the word to those who look up to you, respect you, who believe in you, that may not know the way, like you say, the generation of today, so that they can, if they're on that path, what would you say to them to abort that mission?
Oh man, there's so much to say because there's so much to institute and there's so much to dismantle.
Yeah.
And this generation has risen up that doesn't know God really in that sense. There's a lot to say. The first and foremost thing that I could tell anybody in the multiple generations that are underneath me is let Jesus Christ really be the Savior. Let him really be the one who sanctifies us. Let's learn what sanctification really is. Let's come out from among them and be separate from them and not touch the unclean thing. And he said, everybody says, God is we're all God's children. We're all God's children. That's not what 2 Corinthians says. He says, only when you come out from among them and only when you're separate from them, he said, and then I will be a father to you. It's conditional. And then I will be a father to you. And then you will be my sons and daughters because you've come out from sin. You are living like me now in holiness. So we've got to get back to holiness. Live like God. And stop making excuses for the carnality that we've held on to that we wanted.
Donnie McClurkin is spitting facts right now. If you guys don't know who Donnie is, he's one of the gospel music goats. He's been around for so long. He's been played in my household since childhood. And my guy's talking about what he's seeing in this industry now. The gospel music industry has become so commercialized, they've left the gospel out of it now. I think what really moved me about what he was discussing just now is something that we've all seen incrementally, and we've questioned here and there among our friends group. But he's saying the entire industry from the top, where's the godliness? Where's the holiness? Are we not supposed to carry ourselves differently from the culture? Why are we trying so hard to fit in, to look like, to smell like, to feel like the culture when we're called to do something greater? We're called to stand apart. And I don't know if anybody's ever heard Great Is Thy Mercy from Donnie McClurkin. That was the song that introduced me to him and his ministry and hearing his testimony. And this is a man that's been through a lot. He has nothing to gain from sharing this message here. But just to hear him as somebody who's one of the pillars in gospel music speak in such a way, he's seen the top. He's been to the top. He's seen what it's like behind closed doors. He knows what these industry functions and execs are like in private. And it's just tough to hear that we're going in this direction. I mean, we've heard the same thing from like Maverick City Church, having to suspend some members. We've heard the same thing, obviously, we've discussed in some previous videos with Kirk Franklin, momentarily forgetting theology to blaspheme the name of God. And it's becoming so normalized. It's crept in to the gospel industry in such a way that it's become normalized publicly. We don't flinch as much when we see these things happening. We don't flinch as much when we hear them. And also, we're not getting as offended as we used to be. We used to be quick to defend the name of God, but now like we've blurred the line so much, people don't know when to step in and say like that's too far. So I don't know, what are your thoughts? You guys let me know down in the comments. Gospel music, are we becoming too much like the culture?